So many cool things. In fact, we'll probably start with that and make sure that this goes through real quick. And should be good. Adela, what's up? Okay, hey, what's up, Warriors? Great to see you. Happy Tuesday. What's going on? Give us a big wave or throw a five in the comments below. Tuesdays are specific towards Warrior Movement systematic things. Everyone's welcome. We have an incredible collaborative community. And what I love is that this notion of blurring the lines of sponsorship is beautiful because everyone just helps everyone. You know, who here is friends and you're connected with people that are not in your team necessarily, right? We've all helped each other, all served each other, which is amazing. But today specifically, we do have some systematic things within the warrior movement. We're going to go through boards, we're going to go through stuff. So this will be directed towards that, with anyone can use at the same time. So just want to be upfront about that. But if you're not using those tools, you can learn a lot as well too. But today we have a fun topic. Who here wants to learn how to recruit more excited partners? Like that's one of your goals, right? You want to duplicate, you want to scale, you want to do things. So today I'm going to have actually a special guest in a bit, Dorie Sanborn. I probably pronounced her name wrong, by the way. So I'm going to ask her. Sanborn. No, that's probably, I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead. I'm going to ask her later to correct me. But she's been doing phenomenal. And actually, she's already been enrolling people. And we're going to talk to her in a bit. So we're going to dive into some boards. We're going to dive into some scripts. We're going to dive into some things that can empower you to actually do that. But first, we do want to talk about the biggest thing that will spark any type of recruiting conversation. The best thing you can do is your own story. And not Jaden. Does anyone else do this, by the way? If you have kids and pets, do you ever call your pets kids' names and kids' pets? Is it okay? Tammy's like, yeah. So that's not just, I'm not just a horrible dad. Yesterday, I literally said Jaden was barking. And I'm like, wait, that's so crazy. So, anyways, okay. Dad brain, right? But yeah, so we just finished a huge in North America body balance challenge. And many of you submitted photos. Many of you had amazing transformations. If you transformed throughout that process in any way, shape, or form, put a one in the comments below. Like, it's amazing to just see all of you, right? Ice, I saw her photos. Cindy has been so consistent. Diane and Carrie and everybody, like, congratulations. It's a major, right? That is one of the best ways to spark a recruiting conversation because facts sell, stories sell, and you're your number one best billboard. And what happened was the official challenge got done, but I know that Tammy Egbert was running an accountability group, and we saw their team just doing lives every day and a lot of buzz and a lot of cool things. And I guess there was so much, Tammy, I want to bring you up. There was so much buzz that people are like, let's keep on going. So what's going on with your group?
It was really exciting. Yes, our group really took off. The beginning of last challenge, we all decided we're in it to win it. That was like kind of like our tagline. And so we all said, let's really create a buzz. And the live videos just took off. We all did live videos and we all tagged each other. So,
Mm.
um, a good almost dozen of us were doing that. And it made it more exciting for us. It made us more accountable. Like if I saw Cindy doing a video, I was like, well,
Mm.
I better get in there and do a video. And, it really accentuated the accountability, the power of accountability. And I personally love the 28 days. It's not enough to get to the goals that I want. So many of us said, let's just keep going. And so we are. We have a messenger chat and oh gee, Joanne created the tagline for us. Yes, it was great. It was a team effort for sure. All of us got really excited all at the same time. So we have customers that are in there in our group chat, and we are just going with it. So the group messenger chat, we didn't want it to be a replacement for Wellness 360 or the education or anything like that. We really just wanted it to be a place to be more efficient with our communication with all of our customers. Because if we're doing this and we have all of our customers doing it, they're asking questions. It's like a mini support. We wanted it to feel tight, close, supportive, and it's just taking off.
Good news is traveling fast.
Yes, I've had a lot of
Accountability.
requests for people that want to stick to their challenge and they're asking to get in there. So you're welcome. All that I ask is my personal standard is that you be committed. If you're not committed and you're just going there just to have fun or just to, get information, this is not the group for you. This is I'm stating my goals, I'm stating my challenges, and I'm stating my wins, and I'm helping other people along the way. That's the kind of group this is.
So
And I'm
good.
like kind of being really serious about keeping the standard at that. So,
Don't mess with Tammy, guys. Don't mess. You
no,
don't
I
you may
really want
look
to
really
maintain the
nice.
integrity. Yes.
Yeah, but on the other side, you don't want to be
I'm
on the
sweet and
back
all,
end.
but don't be messing with the vibe of we're committed and we're all winning together.
Absolutely. So you're saying that if someone's really serious about 28 days, that you're okay with them being in your group. Is that it?
We would love to have you. If you are in it to win it, please come and join us. And you are welcome if you have customers that you want to support and you want them to feel this high standard of commitment, then yes, please invite them in there.
Perfect. Okay. So if you guys are interested, by then thanks for Tammy, team, everyone for being open for that because it takes a lot to run an accountability group and definitely it's important to have standards. So if you guys are interested and you'll honor that and you're like, all right, I'll agree with those upfront expectations. I'm in it to win it. I will be accountable. Then reach out to Tammy, reach out to anyone that's in that group and definitely be a part of it. It is I mean, I've seen a lot of accountability groups that I have seen the most buzz, the most excitement, the most consistency. Like it's like everyone finished basically. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So well done.
Our group did amazing. Amazing. I'm so proud of them. So proud. It truly helped keep me accountable.
Wow.
Truly, truly did.
Okay. So if
Mhm.
anyone's interested in that, by the way, put a me in the comments below and reach out to Tammy, reach out to anyone on the team. And thanks for making that available. So that's where it all starts from, right? So with that, couple of opportunities that we have coming up as well too. Because how do you grow your business, right? So we have thrown a fun challenge. And if you saw, we did an academy training. So every week we do one topical, one specific training for the entire organization. And we talked about the six-figure blueprint and how to do that. And as you're launching your business, or if you're relaunching your business, then what's the best way? What's the best thing to focus on? And one thing we found is one very simple focus that's easy to remember, will generate you money, and will cause duplication and forward movement is a simple goal called 10 and 2. All right. Put 10 and 2 in the comments below. And all it is, it's literally the name 10 customers, 2 partners. If you obsess about doing that yourself, I will promise you by the time that you go through that and challenge yourself to do it within a month, if you do that, 3 customers a week, 3 enrollments a week, you will see how your business will grow. You'll grow. Like it's a really cool challenge. And you're going to make money as well. So we have in the featured section on the Warrior Movement that we have a special call with Dr. Plant. He's actually Janine is about to meet with him, for example. He's about to be in Adelaide in Australia. But we have an opportunity where you can be on an exclusive call just with Dr. Plant, and we're going to be able to ask him tons of cool things, right? He's just a wealth of knowledge. He's hilarious. He's somebody that I just can't spend enough time with him because it's like everything he says is just pure gold. He is a lot of fun for sure. It's incredible. Adele got one customer. Come on. So check this out. And I'd encourage you, go to this in the featured section in the Warrior Movement page. There's a tracker here. You can read the rules, but that would be the goal that I would challenge every single one of us to do, myself included, to launch into this summer. I will promise you this, guys. There is so much movement during this next 90 days as we're going towards PXP in Dallas that if you start off with this goal, hit it or not, to be honest, as long as you strive for it, your business will be in a completely different place in the next month. Okay. So I do want to ask, just like Tammy would do, accountability. Who here is serious about striving towards this? Put a 1 in the comments below. Like just that should be the obsession, right? And just watch how everyone else follows. always be in frontline recruiting mode, right? And how do you do it? We have our boards, we have our system, we have all that stuff. But today we do want to talk specifically about how to acquire partners itself too. Okay. What I found is this. I found that partners, for some reason, seem harder to get than a customer. Now, does anyone else feel like that? It's like you use the product, you share your story, you post the testimonials, and it's like people just start coming to the product. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to the business, it's like deer in the headlights. It's like, what do I do? It's like, man, or maybe you get someone started and you're like, why aren't they excited? And so there's certain dynamics that you can run to help you to do this faster. So I want to go through with you. We have in our boards a recruiting campaign that you can utilize. So if you don't have this yet, we have our main page called wellness360.community/links. And on this, you can find all of the material and the tools and everything. By the way, we are, if some of you are wondering, some of you heard there's this thing called the Machine 2.0, which is going to be crazy amazing. We are working on that. I'm expecting it in the next couple weeks. So we'll talk more about that as it comes, but you will know when it comes because it's going to be a big deal. Okay. But in the meanwhile, if you haven't gone through Alice, gone through our onboarding, be sure to do that. This has been, by the way, the talk of the town. The things that we do in our organization are always innovative. In fact, Brent Palmer, chairperson level 4, one of the top power rankings of the world, saw this and they just created their own as well. So we are literally creating trends in what's going on, so use them, especially to launch your people. But in the boards, we have this one folder called How to Get Brand Partners. All right. So how do you do that? Well, if you go in here, there's a couple of business posts. If you want to attract people, there are ideas of how you can actually, like, there's color block posts, for example. So there's different ways that you can post. You can read through these, get some inspiration. But what I want to specifically talk about today is how to go outbound. Okay. Now, we talk a lot about attraction marketing. I love attraction. Who loves it when people come to you asking about your business and your product and everything, right? So if you launch your business, it's going to be awesome. We have a new teammate, for example, Marie Elena. Shout out to her. James Laponzi brought her on board, and Marie made her launch post, her pin post. And in her first day, she had 28 people asking for information. She had a couple customers, shared as a brand partner, for example, right? So like, that's cool. We want that. However, at the same time, what I realize is this. Wowzers is right, Angie. I know, right? But one thing that I love to do is I love to attract, but I also like action too. I like to know that I can be in some type of control. And I think about it this way. If you had $1 million idea and an opportunity in front of you right now, and it was like the best idea in the world, would you, and you had loved ones around you, you had people around you, would you just kind of like post and pray and be like, all right, guys, it's life-changing, but I'll just see who comes? Or would you be so excited that you would start to talk to people that you felt it could benefit, right? Any single time you find something good, like a gift, I just want to start sharing that gift. And I can't think of a better gift to give than this opportunity, than this connection. What do people get here? People get so much. You don't just get a business here, which by itself is already incredible. But who here, business aside, is just grateful that you get discounts on the products? Isn't that cool? Dorie said you get family here. Guys, how much does the world need some really positive environments right now? Can we all agree? And what I love about what we had, I had a great call with Pam Middleton earlier today. And we were talking about how what I love about Partner Co. and I love about this team is that this is like the most positive, healthiest, unifying place in the world, right? It doesn't matter your age, your gender, your beliefs, whatever. If you love people and you want to do good things in the world, you belong here, right? So that's good. It's a message that is super attractive and very important. In fact, Partner Co. has their mission, which is to power health and prosperity throughout the world. Who here, when you hear that, would align with that message, right? Give me a wave or put me in the comments. It's just, you can't say no to that. It's like, that's great, right? So it's so beautiful what we have. And I'd submit that more than ever now, this community, this organization, everything that's going on is what's needed. People want that, right? But also we have a very strong business and we have a blueprint and we have something that's really working. So when you hand a gift to somebody, it's with that mindset. You're not recruiting because you need somebody. Remember, you don't need anybody. We're not desperate here. Now, some of us really, really want somebody in our team. I get it. But you don't need them. They need this. Okay. I want to make sure we can start with this mindset before I get to the tactics. It's like, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. Back with guys, what ladies want, and I think on the flip side, is not the one that's like dating everybody or the one that's desperate and in need of somebody. Isn't it more attractive when that person is, they know they are the stuff and they do not have to, they're not looking. They're just like the hard to get one, right? Does anyone like to chase a little bit? Like that's like, there's something about that. So posture is big. We have posture as a company, as a team. We have the best company in the world. We're the best team on the planet. We're the best people here. We're the best system, the best tools, the best product, blah, all that stuff, right? So we do not have to be desperate when we're trying to partner with other people, okay? Put these words in the comment. No desperation. Just no desperation. There's none of that, right? But what we do need to do is we do need to plant the seed, right? We do need to give the gift. So that's when I like to have action. So we have in the boards a folder that talks all about business inviting scripts, okay? I love these. I know I'm looking at Tammy Egbert now. Tammy loves, she knows inviting is great. Inviting gives you a sense of control, all right? And in this, we have a couple of prompts and directions that you can have. So I'll give you one, okay? Business invite script. I had a small group of people and I tested this out. And in that small group in the last 5 days, we have gotten into probably 30 to 40 three-way conversations with business prospects already, just like 5 days, okay? And specifically, Dorie, let me bring you up here as I get into this. Let me find you real quick. Dorie, how do you pronounce your last name? Hello.
Sanborn.
Sanborn?
Sanborn.
Sanborn. Okay.
You're close.
Close enough. Awesome. Awesome. Dorie, you are located where?
Maui,
Oh,
Hawaii.
wow. There we
Yeah.
go. Super mama. Got a lot going on. You're a busy woman, to say the least. Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me one thing that we've done, and I'd encourage this for everybody, especially on the business side, especially if you're not confident with recruiting yourself yet. Even me to this day, I still leverage third party. But I believe third party, bringing someone else in, it doesn't matter who it is, just not you. But if you bring someone else into the conversation as an edified expert, it makes business so much easier. So, Dorie, how many three-way conversations for business prospects have you already gotten into now?
As of today, 18.
18. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. And you already have some people getting started. Is that right?
Yes, I have a couple. Actually, it might be 3 out of the
Wow.
18. So,
Not bad.
yeah.
Not bad. Okay. So let's talk about how you did this then. So what'd you do?
So, just to give a little bit of a background, I am originally from Oahu. Now, when I moved to Maui, I knew nobody. So when I started this program or this business, I had the biggest fear that I wasn't going to get the attraction I wanted. However, because I am a stay-at-home mom, I have a 11-month-old daughter as of today.
Happy month.
She,
Birthday.
thank you. She is the biggest motivator for me to put myself out there. And so, moving here, I started adding myself to different Maui Mommy Facebook pages just to, first off, just to get to meet people.
Mm,
Um, but I also could utilize those pages to try and see if there are other mamas like me who are
mm,
staying at home and who are trying to find the balance of taking care of their own children and making some income to help financially with the family. So when you jumped this challenge, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. Like, I know for a fact that when I connect them with James, this is gonna be it. So I immediately made a post onto 2 of the 4 Maui Mommy pages that I'm in.
Mm.
And it was a color block post. I just wanted to see and invite people to learn more about what it is that I'm doing. So immediately that first day I did that post, I had about 28 people comment.
Wow.
Um, not all 28 replied, obviously,
Totally.
because I have only 18, but it's okay. But the fact that there are other moms looking for an opportunity like how I started,
Mm.
I know that I'm not alone. I know that we are not alone. You know, there's so much people out there that are trying to do something a little different so that they can be involved
Mm.
in their children's lives. And that is my biggest thing. Like, I only have one child. I can't imagine what it was like if I had more than one and I didn't have this opportunity way back when, you know?
Mm.
So that's kind of how I got it started.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, there is excitement going on, not just with me, but with all these potential prospects that are interested in learning about what it is that we're doing. And it's not just about the business for them, it's about their health journey too. Because when I
Mm-hmm.
pull them to the side in their own personal
Mm-hmm.
chats, I've asked, I'm like, hey, so, I know that I shared with you a certain video or whatever the case conversation is, but if I could ask, what are your health goals if you
Mm.
decided to jump on, and so they'll share with me. And so I'm like,
Mm.
okay, this is perfect. Now moving, and then this is when we kind of have our own we
Yeah.
exchange phone numbers and stuff. So now I actually have all of my business partners that have joined on since this challenge has started. I have their numbers, we talk, but with the potential prospects still kind of in tune with you with their
Yeah.
chats, I'm working on trying to exchange numbers as well. So
Nice.
it's definitely a ride, but
I love it.
I'm super happy. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry, my daughter is screaming.
No problem. Go handle mommy duty. Absolutely. So we'll get Dorie's post, which will be cool, right? So there's attraction, there's also action, and then it's just an excuse to start getting people into another conversation. So Dorie, if you don't mind, do you mind sending maybe me a screenshot of your post that you made, and then we'll share that as well too.
Yes, I will do that right in this chat, right?
Yeah, this chat.
Okay, I'll do that right
Yeah,
now.
that'll work. Awesome. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Good stuff, Dorie. Let's give Dorie a round of applause. Like, seriously. So, a couple of notes there. Like, good idea. Like, who are you? And find groups that are of people that are like you. Facebook groups are a great place to be at, for example, right? Not all groups will allow you to post, but that's okay. But you're just trying to find people. Many of us already have people on your own personal Facebook as well too. So that's one thing to do. From there, then whether you attract them or if you invite them. So we put together this little script, and this is what I would encourage. Take the script and personalize it. So hear this one, right? This is what I might say. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Might be out of the blue. You're someone I've always respected for being blah, blah, blah. Like say a characteristic about them. I've partnered with a 7-figure entrepreneur, built a proven system, help people make money online, scale something meaningful. It's fun, impactful, we're expanding now. As I thought about who might be a great fit, you came to mind, Tammy, because of everything I talked about. This may or may not be for you. If I could connect you with him or the person or a video or whatever you want and send over a little more info, would you be open to checking it out? No pressure, just thought I'd ask. Now, so very no pressure, just very simple. One thing that you might do is you might take this and I would plug it into Chat GPT. So I'll give you an example. So let's say, yeah, it's very easy. Does anyone here use Chat GPT for prospecting? By the way, it's so helpful. So for me, I like to actually talk to it. So I might be like, let's see, I like dictating because I'm lazy. I don't like typing. So I might be like, okay, so help me to transcribe this and personalize it to my tone. I'm talking to a prospect named Tammy Egbert. I kind of know her online. She's in the wellness space. I think she's in network marketing as well. But I want to do this in a way that it's not too spammy. And then I'll put a script here as like a guideline and personalize it to me. So it'll transcribe that part, and then I'll add in the script. Okay. And then let's see what it pops out. All right. Let's see chat. Will this work? Hey, Tammy, assuming it spells your name right. Hope you've been amazing. Know been connected online, or respect how you show up in the wellness space, authentic, purpose-driven, mission-minded, blah, blah, blah. Reach out personally. Okay, so it's similar, but it's a little bit more personalized, right? Pretty simple. Who here feels you can do that yourself? Like, and this way you can make it a little bit different and make it personal, right? So, and just go for it, right? You might tune up some of the words, but just go for it. And it's going to be a yes, no, or no response. Okay. So, and I love Dorie just posted this in the chat as well too. She put her color block post. Let me pull this up. I'm going to download this and let's see what she said. This is one you can put on your personal Facebook. And okay, cool. So let's go into this. All right. So this is what Dorie's looking for, right? Looking for mamas who have the interest of work from home while also enjoying their lives freely with loved ones all the time. Looking for those mamas who have an open mind, want to help people around the world achieve their health and wellness goals. That's nice. Yeah. Right. So tune that to you, and you can use that as a color block post on Facebook, and very, very good idea. Okay. Yeah. Very authentic. That sounds like Dorie, doesn't it? Like you heard her and you're like, oh, that's like her right there. Okay. So you invite first, and they're going to say yes, no, whatever that it is. After that, what do we do next? You can determine where you want to connect somebody. But what you can do is moving forward into the boards. Let's say we invited them and they said yes. The next thing I'm going to send them is this script. It says they ask for information on the business, or they say yes to an invite. So this is a response. I'm excited about this business, excited to share some details, simple concept. Check out the first video on this page. And when can you watch it by? So we have a really simple 5-minute business video, and it talks about how people can make money in 7 days. It talks about our boards, talks about attraction marketing, it talks about how it's not too difficult to do. And all this is doing is just getting people exposed, just getting people into conversation, right? We have a layout of ways to go, but you heard Dorie, ultimately, she's personalizing, she's connecting, she's finding out what they want, and then connecting the dots there, right? So that's what that leads to. After they watch that, you'll have some other messages that you can send to. This next video will show them how to get started, the value of Ultimate, for example, and you just go down the line. I love your feedback on the video. How much money would you love to make from the business side of things? What would be successful for you? So I'm not going to talk through all of them and encourage you walk through this so you can see the flow, you can see the idea, but it'll just walk people down the line of eventually saying, yeah, I want a partner. No, I don't. And then there you have it. Okay. But here's the really big key to that. The key that I heard from Dorie is she's in 18 three-way conversations. Out of 18, 3 of them look like they're going to get started. Some already have, some are like right on the fence. You're going to see at the very least 1 out of 10. Okay. Out of 10 people that say they're interested, if you keep on following up, you go through the numbers, 1 of 10 will eventually get started if you're showing them something. Okay. So think to yourself, I want 10 people to say yes to looking at more information. Okay. Put 10 in the comments below, like 10. All right. Some of you might do more. In fact, I think about some of you might have heard Jim Rohn, master trainer. He has a CD called Building Your Network Marketing Business. He made millions. And guess what he said? He said, you talk to 10, you get 1. Same numbers as 40 years ago, right? Talk to 10, you get 1. He also said, some of you might be better. You might talk to 10 and get 2. And some of you are amazing, incredible, but the best of the best, you talk to 10 and get 3. Right? So it's not 10 out of 10. So what does this mean? Well, it means that focus more on getting the numbers out there. So don't worry about the 1 or the 2 that you send and they ghost you or they don't respond or they said no or whatever. Most of us stop before we have enough seeds that are planted to actually get the harvest. And what I love about what Dorie did is she found a way. There's many ways that work, but she found some groups. She made a post. She attracted people. Great. You can also do the flip side with Peter Ho, I've been working with too. Peter's just been sending out that invitation message. I think we're in like 6 different three-way messages, for example, right? So however you do it, just get the seed to land on the good ground and you'll find that it's always going to work. It's always going to be helpful. Okay. So that'll be there, but I would encourage at any step in the business side of things, bring in a third party. That could be anybody that you feel can be helpful there, whether it's right after you invite them and they want more information, or maybe you're getting them information, they need a follow-up, but it's nice to have just someone else in the mix to leverage in everything. Okay. So Dorie, last question, if you don't mind. You're doing most of the talking, honestly, right? I'm really not doing too much, but what does it do for you or the conversation just bringing someone else into the mix?
Well, I guess for me, because of the way that these potential prospects are commenting, initially I start off with a personal message and then we have a conversation there. And then I'll bring in the whole, are you okay or do you feel comfortable if I connect you with you, James? And then from there, I mean, yes, in the beginning you were sending the video, which I guess I could have done too. But at the same time, I, for me personally, I think hearing from another person and especially you help them get to the position of a three-way chat. So I kind of finish it off, or at least I'm hoping to finish off these chat messages with you, with my potential prospects, whether it's personal messages or in the same group chat with you. Um, but I mean, it for me personally, I'm enjoying everything about it because it's not only just about getting brand partners for me, it's also connecting with these people, knowing that there are other moms here that are in the same boat as me. So even if they don't join, like I told them, like I would still love to keep you, as a potential contact to like hang out with every once in a while just to get out, and meet new people. So it's not just about business for me, although that's great.
No.
It's more of just building the connections here so I can have later down the line if they have potential people that may be interested or if they come back, so that's kind of my reasoning behind everything.
A very big key. And that's why you're recruiting, because that's the intention there, right? So there's no desperation. It's all love. Fraser Brooks, network marketing trainer, says, network marketing is you turn strangers into friends and friends into family. And that's literally what you're doing. And that's why people are gravitating towards you. So that's a really good note for everyone to have. I'd encourage everyone to have that type of mindset as well, too. All right. Well, congrats, Dorie. Super awesome. Love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well done. Okay. So who here feels that with what we just talked about is something that you can implement? So, and anyone, if you ever need help from me, you can always help. I'm always down, right? There's many people here that can help, but if you ever need my help, I'm more than happy. There's many capable. Remember, just like what Dorie said, it doesn't really necessarily matter who you're connecting with. It's just getting that other third party just adds a different dynamic to the mix. It gives you more leverage and it gives you an extra set of eyes, right? So happy to help if anyone needs that specifically from me, or there's many leaders here as well too. All right. And you're never bothering any of us. We want to be able to help. Okay. Yeah, it's very doable. It's very simple, right? And once you see it a couple of times, you're going to see how simple it is. Okay. One other opportunity I love to share with you guys is a prospect opportunity. It's a little bit of a weird time, but you'd be surprised who can make this. So as many of you know, Monday through Friday, we do a morning call, at least morning here in North America, called our income producing activity call. And these are all on replay on the Champions Network YouTube. You can always catch them, but it's so many amazing ideas to come from that. Thursday, though, we're going to have that be a specific call where we have Barbara Cox-Lovesey, who is our Vice President of Health and Nutrition for Partner Co. She's going to do a message called Wellness for Champions. And it is, anybody that watches this is going to benefit. It is super prospect friendly. What it will do for a prospect is it'll give them real education, not just on product, but really on how to live. Gratitude exercises, for example. What's a daily regimen, routines, habits, and also the product. So they're going to walk out with a framework of how to think and how to live, and products as well too, because she's super huge, of course, on the product side. So you're going to get customers that are excited, engaged, and committed. You'll also get partners from this because Barbara Cox does such a good job of embodying who PartnerCo is. You're going to feel the message and the mission. You people are going to be like, man, I want to hang out with people like this. This is a great community. So it's a great one to bring business prospects to, and for current customers and for current partners. So it's going to be this Thursday in North America, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. It'll be streamed into Wellness 360. So in all the prospect groups, it'll be also on the Wellness 360 YouTube channel. It's going to be a great call. Absolutely. So this is one you can absolutely leverage. And especially in North America, because we just finished our Body Balance Challenge, it's the perfect 1-2 punch on how things are. Okay. So we have that going on. Lots of things happening. 10 and 2 is the mission. Utilize all the tools and everything. And we have some great things that are happening here. So any questions at all? We have time for maybe like 1 or 2 questions on anything. So feel free to unmute yourself or raise your hand. It could be anything at all. So, or we do such a good job and you're like, it's good. All right, cool. Sounds good. Well, with that, honor you guys. Dorie, thanks so much. Let's go rock this. I can't wait to see your guys' businesses duplicating. Feel free to unmute yourself and have a great one. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you, Dorie. Thank you,
Bye.
James.